He's been the same guy ever since. I mean, any dirt he has on you, he'll use it and be like guys that'll come in like freshmen, he'll be like, so like my high school rivals was Wasika, so he'll be like, you're not playing Wasika this week, and you're like, well, damn, yeah, I mean, you're right, and it's just brutally honest, and that's what I love about him.
Do you have any friends, old teammates, anybody out in Minnesota?
Not anymore. My old teammate was Blaze Andrews, but he graduated, last year? 2 years ago? Yeah.
What's their offensive line bring as a challenge?
Size. I mean, Minnesota every year has always had big offensive linemen, so size is a big part of it.
I know you played left tackle and defensive end in high school, but what kind of sold you about, or what do you enjoy playing in the interior of Iowa? What do you find so enjoyable about that?
I wouldn't say I enjoy the double teams, but I like the guys around me. I mean, to have 3 other guys on the defense line that really understand each other, I think that's the best part about it.
Speaking of those other guys, Ethan having those 2 strip sacks on Saturday, what was your reaction to that? I know you're kind of a loud guy after seeing the mic'd up video. What was your reaction to Ethan?
I mean, it's great. It's like we always talk about production, and I happy for it. I think the only thing that we could have done better is actually recover those. But yeah.
Okay. Did you ever think about what life might have been like if you decided to stay at left tackle?
No. I mean, from the athletic trainers, I pretty much hear it every other day. From Cammie, she's like, you could be a really good tackle. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I hear you. But I mean, I don't really think about it. I like where I'm at.
It's just the joy of defense. Is that just? I've read about you just like to hit people, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's grown more to that. I love the process. I mean, loving to learn the playbook, asking questions, being curious. I think that's gotten to expand on that.
Connecting back to something you said earlier, when you take so many double teams, and oftentimes you're not racking up the same stats as a linebacker or an edge rusher, how do you learn to love that process of affecting the game but kind of doing it in silence?
I mean, doing your job. I think just knowing that I have teammates around me that are gonna finish the play, because that's what it comes down to, is finishing the play, making the tackle. Knowing that I'm doing my job and everyone else is doing theirs, don't need anything more than that.
What's kind of been the process of becoming a more vocal leader over these last few years?
Getting out of my comfort zone. I mean, I've had plenty of guys, Joe Evans, Logan Lee, and Noah Shannon, they've really gotten me out of my comfort zone, and now I'm that guy that's got to step up with Deontay Craig and Ethan Herkett. So, it's pretty cool to see yourself grow.
What was their advice to you?
Wouldn't be really advice. It's more just their actions. Their actions really speak louder than words.
How important is this particular trophy game to you?
I mean, all games are important. I wouldn't say this is more important than anything else. Just would love to see the trophy back in the building.
Any more family, considering it's a little shorter drive, I assume?
Oh yeah, had to scramble for some tickets. Man, they didn't even text me. So they all asked my stepmom, hey, can we get to the game? And no, I got a list that I got to put in. So yeah, it's a lot of work.
How many are we talking about?
To be honest with you, I think I got 17 plus tickets, and they're just racking up.
I know you were raised more in Mustang territory, but so I don't know how big of a Gopher fan you were growing up. Or did you go to any Iowa, Minnesota games? Were you present in any?
No, be honest with you, the first ever college football game I went to was the Penn State game, and it was gold out here. 2019? 2019?
With the yellow uniforms.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the first ever college football game, and that was
on a visit?
Was on a visit, and that was the craziest experience. Me and my family, we were really hyped for that one.
Kirk Ferentz was saying upstairs, he said, for 3 years I didn't even know if YA liked it here. And he said you were just so quiet.
That is
what's your reaction
fair.
to that?
He's not wrong. I mean, I did get whooped every day for like 2 years by Lindy, so I wouldn't vocalize it, but football was very difficult. I wasn't a very social person, and Chauncey Golston came back and was at a game, and he was like, "You talk? Like you actually like talk to people?" So, I mean, it's just part of being here. You're gonna grow as a person.
So you do like it here?
Oh yeah, love it here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Just joking.
So the part of leadership that we've talked about a little bit, one other thing that I noticed in the Mike Up video is that you were going out of your way to talk to the young guys, teach them things like Maddox or even some of the walk-ons. Like, is that important to you in terms of leadership?
100%. After being here for a while, you learn that like it's great to help people. Like it's like leaving the jersey in a better place is like it's really important because these are the guys that are next, and I would love to see this program to continue. So to help the young guys and like give them words of advice, hopefully they can use it and give it to the next person.
Going into the psychological aspect of that a little bit more, I mean, the fact that you were so quiet for a few years and kind of kept to yourself, have you seen that in other players that you've tried to maybe help bring out of their shells now?
Oh, 100%. I mean, like to talk to everybody, to try to talk to everybody is a big part. And people, as a freshman, you just don't know. You really don't know like what it truly could be.
Among those young guys that you're seeing now, grooming, etc., like, do you see anyone jump out that you see as that could be a potential monster to replace Jisoo
All
at
of
some
them.
point?
I mean, I look at Chima Chineke. He has the longest arms ever. It's insane. And then there's Joe. Put a little weight on him, he can put some work in. Devin Kennedy, aka Unk. If anybody wants to put that out there, his name is Unk because he dresses like an uncle. He doesn't like it, but like he thinks it's funny. So now he has a shot. I'm telling you, he's got it. He's got a little unk in him.
So when you say he dresses like an uncle, what do you mean?
I'm talking, he comes in a polo and some khakis to meetings, and we love it. We always acknowledge it. He's cool. But like all these guys, they really have their own, character, and so they can always it'll always show up.
Mm-hmm.